to the middle. Very experienced Langton Rosere and I know Chubby. Andy Pycroft, our match referee, and Foster Mutizwa will be our TV umpire. Must say, the umpiring has been very good.
Very impressed, to be honest. They make decisions on the field, and that is good. Sometimes can be a wrong decision, but as an umpire, you should be encouraged to make decision on the field, and that's what we have seen throughout the series.
Yeah, this group of players, can they bounce back? Can they put in a performance one last time here in Bulawayo before they come back to this neck of the woods for 2 test matches against Afghanistan? But for now, it's the matter of putting 57 all out, putting a collapse of 20 for 10 behind them, start again today, and have that word of exciting talent, that potential, a new day, a new breath of fresh air, and an opportunity to maybe turn the tide. For Pakistan, lots of changes.
Yeah, I don't want Zimbabwean team to forget that 57 runs performance. If I was the captain, I'll keep on reminding. We were way short of our skill set. Challenge the pride of these players to be able to come out and perform better.
Yeah, it has to hurt. You have to feel it. You have to go through all the emotions, the anger, the disappointment. Sort of put the expectation of the day behind you, because that will really let you down in that. You come out here and you think, I'm going to get runs. We're going to get 180. We're going to be competitive. You get bowled out for 57. And what has gone wrong? The crowd is not quite behind you. A few murmurs. You hear them when it's a massive stage, this, Amir. A huge stage. Farhan.
He's a T20 specialist. Sabzada Farhan. Made a debut here in Zimbabwe 2018. Prolific run getter in domestic cricket. And his partner, Omar Yusuf, another dasher. Doesn't believe in blocking a ball.
Who does nowadays? Really? They back themselves, these players. Look at the transformation of T20 cricket. Wellington Masakadza, 58 matches, 42 wickets. Best of 4 for 11. He'll have the new ball in hand from the City end.
Bowled well. In the last T20, played here. Gave control to the captain, picked up wickets as well. Starts off with a flighted delivery.
Yeah, T20 cricket, it's transformed the game across the board. Whether it's ODI cricket, now we see Bazball. Now we see the advent of taking the game forward and making it exciting. In Test cricket, a little bit of grip on that occasion there by Masakadza.
Basics remain the same. Yet to get off the mark. 3-dot deliveries.
I was also just wondering, would Raza maybe also open the bowling? But they've gone with the left-arm spinner. In the air. Has he got enough of it? We have altitude. Just 1 bounce for 4.
Yeah, you had a feeling something is going to give. After playing 3-dot deliveries in modern-day cricket, batters are impelled to take few chances, and that's what Sabzada did. Pick the right area. Over mid-on. 1 bounce over the rope.
I mentioned altitude. We're sitting at about 1,300 odd meters above sea level. Not as high as the Wanderers and Centurion down south, where the ball just flies. For a moment there, the fielder thought, oh, am I in the game? And it just sails over for 1 bounce 4. Good start here by Masakadza, looking to close the over off.
Hit me, Saki, hit me.
Besides the boundary, it's been a good one. One gone, it's 4 without loss. Four changes for Pakistan, 2 for Zimbabwe. We got a debutant in Maposa for Zimbabwe. Wesley Madevere comes back into the side. Clive Madande with a very bad shoulder injury. Apparently it's popped out and will need surgery for the second time. Blessing Muzarabani. For his standards, has been a bit quiet, hasn't he?
Yeah, and he's been repeating mistakes. Bowling back of the length outside the off stump. That was better. Cramped the batsman on that occasion. No room for the batter to hit the ball on the offside, which he prefers, Yusuf.
Yeah, I was just thinking, after that 57 all-out, I was part of 36 all-out against Sri Lanka. I was back in the hotel and breakfast was still going. I was part of 416 in Potchefstroom against South Africa. These things happen, everybody. They happen. They happen to the best of us.
Happened to us as well in Australia, 42 all out. In the air, taken. And Garawa was the fielder. Both the fast bowlers combined to bring about the dismissal.
Yeah, looking to ramp it, looking to try and access third. I don't know if he gets this right up in the middle of the bats to be able to just get a little bit more pace, and I'm not sure the line as well. In fact, he tries to cut it. And a comfortable catch for Richard Ngarawa. And Zimbabwe pick up their first wicket. Pakistan lose their first. Gone without scoring. It's 4 for 1. Breakthrough early on. Usman Khan.
Yeah, Pakistan is not playing their regular batters in this game, and the opener needed to show some responsibility. As I guess he knows only one way of batting. Saim Ayub is not there, Niazi is not there. Only 5 frontline batters and then 2 all-rounders. And the opener needed to show some responsibility. Tried to scoop the ball in the air towards third man. Hold out. Yeah, fast bowling. One big name is missing as well. Haris Rauf.
That'll be a wide. Yeah, just to finish my point, that I'm not saying 57 is acceptable, but it happens in the game of cricket, and we've all walked that road.
And can be a jolt. It might wake you up. Oh, that was an embarrassing performance. We are better than that. Come on.
Where was yours? Where was your performance that you sat there and thought, no, this is not good?
It was 1993, tour of Australia after the World Cup. Yes, I was struggling with injuries, but our team kept on getting out on very small totals. And that's where everybody was hurt and realized, no, this is not the way to go. We have to raise our game. And I tell you, sometimes these kind of performances can work well for you.
Cut away. Can't bowl there. That's a free hit for a batter at this level.
Yes, similar kind of length. Similar kind of bounce almost. Two different strokes employed. We have seen this over. Yusuf played the ball towards third man, but Usman Khan knew where the gap was and where he was not in danger to get out.
Yeah, nicely played, but it was just put on a plate for him, wasn't it? Just to hit it through the offside quite comfortably. It's now forced a fielding change with sweeper going back onto the fence through the offside. One shot in anger, field changes. Third comes up. Swing and a miss. There's a wicket. And 5 runs off that over. It's 9 for 1. Zimbawe strike early. They get rid of Yusuf. It's 9 for 1. Wellington Masakazi will continue. And just to finish that point on the performances, Amir, I know a spinner's on. In the air, could this be number 2? Musekiwa hangs on. Wellington Masakazi picks up his second.
Yeah, he's been absolutely brilliant in this series, Masakazi. He picked up wickets in the previous one, and in his second over, picks up his first. Sabzada has been trying to work the ball into the offside. Kept hitting the ball straight to the fielder. This time around, decided to take the aerial route. Wasn't good enough. He walks back without contributing much. It's 9 for 2 Pakistan.
Captain's out in the middle. Zimbabwe picked up 2. Thamanaga short of runs. Leader of the side. He has an opportunity today.
And he's a capable batsman, Ed. He can handle the pressure. He can handle even an arduous situation. Yeah, good bowling. After getting hit. That's in the air, over. Just over the fielder.
Yeah, a bit of a smile there on his face. He probably thought maybe I could have got into position quite early. He's a very tall fielder, is Ngarava. And I think this one just had a little bit too much height for him and hit firmly as well. Just there. A slightly better leap, maybe.
I like the intent from the Pakistani captain. Yes, he's been struggling to find a rhythm. And as a batsman, you can find your form very quickly, especially if you're able to hit a couple of boundaries with confidence.
Apologies to Wellington Masakazi. Bowling so well, I gave him an extra wicket. First ball, he gets 1. Captain comes out, plays a shot in anger, and it's very nice that he's been given this responsibility. And also rewards the planning.
It's okay, it's okay.
Yeah, very quickly, Zimbabwean plans, they are evolving. As far as this game is concerned, they decided to bowl with Masakasa. He has obliged the captain. And the pace one as well. Another decent over. 3 done, 16 for 2 Pakistan.
Picked up 2 very early. It's an excellent start by the home side with the ball in hand. Into this middle order very quickly. From a Pakistani perspective, Sam Ayub is not part of this 11 today. So some get an opportunity. Right, finish the point. India went to Australia a few years ago, got bowled out for 30. It's going to be the worst performance by an Indian side in a 5 test match series to end up winning the series. Pakistan did not have the best T20 World Cup in the United States and the Caribbean recently. India got bowled out for 46 against New Zealand on turning tracks where they're supposed to be at their absolute best. Pakistan lost to Ireland at the 2007 World Cup. India were knocked out early. So these things happen. The only issue that you want to sort of play away from is when it happens too regularly.
Yeah, then it becomes very difficult to gather yourself. You cannot get into that habit. You know, you should feel as a player that you are embarrassed. You have let down your fans and the country. But going back to that game where your team got out for 30-something, 36?
Against Sri Lanka.
Sri Lanka. What did you have to say to the batters?
All I can say, it was a very quiet change room. Everybody packed up their stuff and left. There was no conversation. Jeff Marsh was the coach at that particular stage.
Knowing you.
Quiet.
Knowing you. Come out. Tell us the truth.
17-year-old. Quiet. Not saying a word. Chaminda Vas, Faviz Maharoof. They cleaned us up.
Well, from the day you were born, you were never quiet. I've been told that. You're always chatting away.
I am. I've got into a little bit of trouble over the years. The match ref right now, Andy Pycroft, I don't know if he's listening. I don't know if we can get a camera on him. And here's our coach and our team manager. There he is. I used to give that man some grey hairs. I used to be such a naughty man. Ooh.
Isn't it a good thing to chat rather than yap?
I did both. Yeah, they just get the skates on, directed, gone for all money, gone.
Yeah, you could spot the spring in Zimbabwean fielders' feet. Very agile, committed, anticipating.
In the air, gone! Number 3! They've come out, Zimbabwe, and they've bowled beautifully.
Well, that's what the coaches emphasize, that if you want to hit the ball in the air, it has to be away from the field. You can't hit the ball straight to the fielder, especially at this level. Yes, there was a juggle, but Myers got it on the second attempt. Usman Khan out for 5. It's 19 for 3 Pakistan.
Pakistan in trouble, 19 for 3 in 4 overs inside the power play. The Zimbabwe fielders have held their catches. They've bowled to their fielders, the bowlers. Some smart fields, but Pakistan, you'd feel maybe shot selection an issue. Player of the match from the first T20 international, Taib Tahir. At 39 off 25. Comes to the crease.
Yeah, he has to emulate the performance, what we saw in the previous outing from Tahir. He has to steady the ship.
Masakaza to continue. A little bit short on that occasion. Yeah, Zimbabwe, you've had 2 days sort of just to put everything behind you and come out this morning and, like Bob Marley says, everything's going to be all right. And here's even more things to smile about, Amir.
So you're trying to tell me they didn't worry about anything?
You can worry about everything, but you can't change everything.
Exactly. They're looking to make a change here. Off the mark. Tayyab Tahir. That's where he's good. He knows how to hit the holes. Doesn't believe in eating up deliveries, Tayyab Tahir.
Oh, in the air. Again. Or maybe was it a bum ball? Crowd catch for some.
Yeah, captain of Pakistani team has decided that there's no pace on offer once the ball is pitched slightly short. That's why he's jumping out of the crease. Like that. The ball is not coming onto the bat. He's batting with the right idea, Salman Ali Agha.
Nice bowling by Masakaza. Again, into his third, using the facilities. Two deliveries in this over to go. Goes on the sweep. Any bat involved, yeah. Pad, keep an eye on the umpire. Runs there is.
Yeah, the intent shown by Salman Ali Agha forced the bowler to dart the ball in. This time around, he didn't step out of the crease. Went for the sweep stroke. Inside edge. A good result, you can say.
Yeah, boundary. Short on this occasion, looking for 2. Oh, decide against it because Madebe is a very good fielder. Quick across the ground. 5 overs gone, 28 for 3.
$28 for 3. Sikandar Raza at the toss said that he would have wanted to bowl. His bowlers have certainly turned up thus far. You'll see Richard Ngarava for the first time from the airport end. Looking for that quick single square of Dion Myers on the onside. Very good afternoon, Morne van Wyk. We talked a bit earlier about what Zimbabwe would need to do to try and close off the series well. They've certainly done something right so far.
Absolutely. I think every Zimbabwean supporter would be very happy with what's been on show today. It was interesting to watch the Zimbabwean players come out. I like to have a look at the body language when players do come out, whether they're batting or bowling, and as a fielding unit, it was good to sense a connection between the players. And lost like a couple of days, they can really galvanize a team if the right things are said in the right manner, the right people stand up. In this case, would have been the captain or the senior players and the coaching staff. And a start like this to the match would be what settles a couple of nerves, and maybe if there were question marks, this start will just remind you we can play the game, we just need to apply our skills better for longer.
Oh, that's fine. It's the angle and the line from left arm over the wicket that's made it that easy for Tahir to get it for 4.
At this level, that's a freebie. Tries to get inside the line. There's Tahir, he does it well. Can't err too straight, as Ngrava did on that occasion. Yeah, so just getting back to the point that I was making, so just applying skills a bit more consistently for longer would be a recipe for success. Not too good deliveries, then the loose one. That's better. String deliveries together, build pressure. It's been a good power play for Zimbabwe. They'd like to finish strong, maybe pick up another wicket if they can.
Yeah, early breakthroughs. 4 for 1, 9 for 2, 19 for 3. A little bit of a partnership going on now. Now Zimbabwe would very quickly like to break this partnership. Oh, it's a no ball. Disappointment for Ngarava.
Such an important over, the last one in the power play. Both teams would be looking for a bit of momentum to exit the power play with. It's not what you'd like to offer the batsman, a free hit. Captain and bowler in discussion. A couple of the game plans discussed beforehand. Just be discussed. Change of field. Third man into the ring. Dion Myers at mid-wicket. Drops to the boundary. And a change of angle. Ngarava coming around the wicket. So, like to be quite straight. Maybe take pace off. Use the longer boundary.
Downtown. Probably hasn't hit it as well as he would have liked, but well enough for a maximum.
Oh, clean strike by Tahir. His strike rate moving up to 260. That's full from Ngarava. Length taken advantage of. Yes, the bat did turn a little bit. The contact wasn't 100%, but it was good enough.
Maposa, that short third. 6 overs done. That's the power play. 42 for 3. 5 fours and the lone 6 that was hit in the previous over in that power play stanza. 3 important wickets for Zimbabwe, but still a healthy scoring rate. 6.6. That was the first boundary. A good catch taken by Ngarava off Muzarabani to get the first wicket. Talk was about this being a really good batting surface, but it does seem like the ball's just holding on in the surface, and that's why a couple of the strokes the Pakistan batters were looking to go up and over the field, they haven't quite been successful. Oh, there's turn there. There's certainly turn there for Sikandar Raza.
Most definitely. Both ends on the bare side on the surface. It's giving the new ball with the harder seam some real purchase, some bite, some grab into the surface out there. And that one just stopped a little bit. Maybe just hitting this harder seam as well. And this is why it's a bad first surface for me. So let me start turning more from here. Possibly get slower.
Yeah, really is looking to give that ball a rip. Sikandar Raza, since he's noticed a bit of purchase for himself.
Nice, Saki, good stuff.
Best of 5 for 18 is 99th T20 international for Zimbabwe.
No run. Nice, D.
Great work. Dion Myers.
Give it, Tino! Lovely, Dion, mate.
Short and wide from Raza. Cut well, but yeah, well done there by Dion Myers. Good hand. It's been good in the field so far today. Change of field. Skipper not happy with who he had at cover, so run Bulls moving into that position.
And that one comes out the back of the hand from Raza.
Turns away. He's got a whole bag of tricks, a bag of goodies that he can choose from. First 4 deliveries slow, turning in. The last one a little bit quicker and just nips away.
Good first over from the captain. 4 runs from it, 46 for 3. Final over the power play, big one, 14 from it. Other than that, there hasn't been too many that have gone past that 7-run mark. Second, third, and fourth overs, all accounting for the 3 wickets that have fallen so far. Young debutant for Zimbabwe in this format, Tinotenda Maposa. This was earlier on today. A very special moment for anybody getting that cap for whichever format that it is. A few words of encouragement from the captain, Raza. He will relish this opportunity on his home ground. Maposa taking the field for the first time in Zimbabwean colours. Wonderful variations. Young, bustling fast bowler.
That's got a strong action. What a nice visual it was to see when he received his cap. Just looking at the faces in the background, the teammates, he's got a real sense that they are really happy and enjoying the moment with him, happy for him. It's always a special moment, but when you sense that, you just sense he's a popular member of the squad already. Welcomed with open arms.
Cap number 80 for Zimbabwe in T20 internationals.
Strong, lanky, broad shoulders, stays open in the run-ups and the action as well. What I like about this action, straight lines, front arm, head, right leg driving through down the target line. And the follow through, straight, everything going in the right direction there. I like what I've seen there.
Shot. Very good shot. Because the first thing he's done is advance down the pitch, and then it's a slower ball. But he's waited and waited to get it through that gap.
50 up for Pakistan, 52 for 3. It's a shot dictated by the field. Middle finding himself in the ring. So decided to target the gap between Middle and cover. And did he not do it well? Made the ball fuller than what it was. Went down the wicket. And from there, it was all about placement. Just turning into a little bit of a gem of an innings here. But yeah, again.
That's gone up. Wicket-keeper Maramani gets under it. First international wicket for Maposa. He's really enjoyed that. Then he gets another important breakthrough for Zimbabwe.
As far as your first 3 deliveries go in international cricket, it's not been too shabby at all. He's hit his mark, he's hit his length, his lines. And it is going to be a first wicket at international level. It's full, it's straight. And trying to work it around the corner was to just close the bat face, found the leading edge. And that's what it means to Maposa. First wicket for Zimbabwe. 52 for 4, Pakistan.
Tie up to here, the man to go. He was starting to look dangerous. 14 ball, 21 for him. Kasim Akram. This is his 4th match. Well, that's a poor delivery. First up to Akram. Sliding down the leg side. No fine leg. 4.
Yeah, Spirit of thought. Maposa here. There's lots of adrenaline pumping through his veins at the moment. First over for Zimbabwe, your first wicket for your country. And this one just a little bit straight.
Oh, that's beautifully timed. 2 fielders back, though, on the offside boundary. Madevere does the fielding. It's the end of the 8th over. It's 58 for 4. Zimbabwe in amongst the batting lineup of Pakistan early. Ooh, is that a mix-up? No, it's not. It's a very good run in the end.
Soft hands, took off. Kasim was the key there. No doubt, took off straight away. It's a must-have when you're looking for those quick singles in and around batting surface. Quick reactions. Cross-seam delivery. That man's thinking on his feet. And that's a moment he'll remember.
Yeah, he's got a lot of variations and he's not afraid to use them. And that was the fourth ball of the over. The previous one, a slower ball as well. Next delivery, cross seam, so he's not afraid to go to his variations early, Maposa. Not a lot of experience domestically in Zimbabwe. Picked up as one of the rookie players in the Zimafro T10 of this year and put in a wonderful shift in that tournament. Picked for the Zimbabwe team that was in Kenya for the sub-regional qualifier for the T20 Men's World Cup. Didn't get an opportunity there. He's kept his head down since and got his opportunity. Langton Rosera says, let's go upstairs.
Well, there's a decision pending. Just looking at the reaction of Wiramani. It's a good take, quick hands. Wasn't overly excited. So the first reaction wasn't the back foot move too much. This angle will tell us, oh, there was a bit of movement. And there was a quick adjustment back. So good awareness from Kasim. Good hands from Wiramani. Good cricket all round. I want to get back to the point you made about Maposa there, Tino, is that the fact that he's proactive, he's not reactive in his first game, says a lot about his preparedness and also the feel that he has for the game, that he's thinking on his feet. And
.62 for 4. Two crucial wickets from Muzarabani. He's looked a bundle of energy today, 2 for 7 in his 2 overs. The other two to get wickets, Masakadza Wellington and Maposa, getting his first wicket in his first over on debut. Sliding down the leg side. Masakadza back into the attack. Just 1 over. Well, 0.5 of an over now, Mornay, until we go into that halfway stage. Charles Langeveld, as the Zimbabwean bowling coach, will be quite happy, but what's he going to say to them going forward in this final 10?
That's good fielding. Dion Myers in the outfield. I'm not sure. Just a little bit surprised with his bowling change. You know, he's sitting with 1 over from Azakatsa. He's still sitting with Ryan Bull. Where's Manaveri? Bowl some spin. It's a crucial over this, and just thinking the idea has to be to try and get a wicket here. Wellington Mazakatsa bowled really, really well, so I can understand the temptation to bowl him out in the first half of the innings, but it'll be so nice to have somebody that's turning the ball away, maybe at a little bit later stage of the innings. Should this partnership start developing and maybe getting a concern for Zimbabwe? It's only 12 runs so far. I guess the temptation is because it's 2 right-handers. But you want to bring on the left-arm orthodox and try and break this partnership, but you are limiting your options a little bit later in the innings. To answer your question, I think Shah Langeveld just telling his guys, keep the pace variations going, the slower balls, and possibly bring in a couple of Yorkers later. See my bowlers.
I think another thing you should say is, yes, you've done extremely well, but the ball's turning in the first innings. We expected to do more. So wrap it up as quickly as possible. 10 done, 66 for 4.
Current run rate will take Pakistan to 132. I'm sure, Monet, we're looking somewhere between at 146 to 166, somewhere in that region.
Yeah, the lower end of that. That's good from Wes Manaveri. He's extremely quick. Covers ground at a rapid pace. Top fielder. He's got a lot of ground to cover there. He's the right man in the right place. I think the bottom end of that's probably your pass score for the surface, 146. Anything the other side of 155 from here on in, Pakistan will be very happy.
That's a reverse sweep, and it's played with authority. No intention to try and keep that down. And
that's a good shot. Wider line. It's been the attacking line from Raza. Has been wide outside off because there's been turn on offer. But Kasim has realized that and said, once if you go wide, Sikandar Raza, this is one of my options. There's one man to beat on the offside behind square. And, once he makes that sort of contact, it's always going to be a boundary.
the quick and Maposa, for a moment, just couldn't keep his footing. Got to the ball quickly. But what is worrisome is Tadio Nashimarumani stayed down here.
I think a direct hit would have had Nagasoman in trouble here. Just a finger. It's been jammed and jarred and jolted there. It's often the case nowadays, and I suppose it's always been the case, as a keeper, you take one knock on a finger, don't get too much respite, and it doesn't heal that quickly at times. It's an injury that you can carry for weeks or months at times.
Bumble straight to Dion Myers. It's the leg spinner, and Salman has done very well here.
Stayed leg side of it and picks up a boundary.
It's not just about blunt force in this format. There's lots of different ways. Get balls to the boundary. This is all about a soft touch from Salman, using the pace, the width, placement. It's been a good over for Pakistan. 10 off it so far, 1 ball to come.
And that's gone past the outside edge. 11 gone, 76 for 4. The Zimbabwe bowlers have picked up 4 today. This one is a good catch. Richard Ngarava down on the third man boundary. First wicket to 4. And then Wellington Masakata picks up his 1 wicket so far today. It was Tashinga Msikiwa took the catch. And Blessing Zarabani's second one. Stuart Myers bobbled it a bit but held on to it. And then a first T20 international wicket for Maposa. As it is Marumani takes the catch. Ryan Burl for the first time today. Best of 3 for 13, but that economy, anything under 7, usually a good sign. Salman not really been in the runs in this T20 series so far. 27 from 24. Strike rate 112. You just get the impression he's decided to bat through this innings. And that is a beauty from Ryan Burl.
Absolute pearl of a delivery. Quicker, wider angle that he's delivered that from, and it's straightened and turned. That previous delivery would have been lovely from his point of view. But it's sort of delivery that would have made the Zimbabwean batsmen also sit up and take notice. Just confirms the fact that they will have to be dealing that with a little bit later in the second innings. Ryan Ball's going to have a say with both. He wants to use the conditions right now to break this partnership. Get Zimbabwe their 5th wicket. And he'll be encouraged by what he's seen. Straight away found the right pace for the surface as well.
That's found the outside edge. Looks like it's going to run away down to the boundary. And there's a bit of good fortune for Kasim. He's looking to push that towards the point boundary where Wesley Madure is fielding.
Yeah, it's unlucky for Ryan Ball. Not much wrong with the delivery. It's ultimate edge, the quicker delivery out the front of the hand, just provided the pace that made it run away to the boundary. Gave Wellington Masakatsa no chance of reeling it in.
Gone in the air, and that's a beauty. This is Dion Myers, has picked up some very good catches through the series, and again he's moved well to get underneath this one.
He's been very good in the field today. Certainly cut off a couple of runs. And this time it's a brilliant catch. A little bit slower from Ryan, but I like this. That's what the surface is asking for. Turn the ball. Don't try and bowl it too quick. And it's a turn that finds the outside edge. And it's a wicket for Ryan Bull. Pakistan 82 for 5.
Zimbabwe bowlers have done a good job today. So it is Arafat Minhas in his 4th T20 international. Left-handed all-rounder. He's there because of this. Kasim was looking to go over extra cover, find the outside edge, and Dion Myers takes another good one. Second catch for the day.
Yeah, captaincy from Sikandar Raza has also been good today. Started with Wellington Mazakatsa, hitting 3 in the power play. Bringing on Ryan Bull straight away has brought a breakthrough. Put himself into slip. Positive, trying to take wickets. Keep Zimbabwe on the front foot.
Down the leg side, it's in the air for a little bit. It's Wellington Masakadza was down there. Couldn't get to it before it bounces. 12 gone, 83 for 5. Five down for 83. Salman 28 of 26. He's in batter at the moment, but it is Brian Bennett with his off spin in his 22nd match. He's been brought in, and I think this is a good idea. Left-handed batter Salman. Sorry, that is Minhas, who's on strike.
I have to agree with you. I think it's a brilliant play by Sikandar Raza. He's bowled 3, so he's keeping one, his last one for later, giving Bennett the opportunity to bowl to the new Pakistan batsman, the left-hander. You'd also probably feel, and you alluded to it earlier, that the situation's playing out well for Salman, the skipper. The team needs him to bat through, so I don't really see him taking too much risk now. So it's never easy to bowl at this level, but to a degree, it's a softer over that Bennett's getting as the partnership's trying to rebuild. So it's a good entry for Bennett to get his toes wet.
It went for 17, I think it was, in the first T20 International, in the 1 over that he bowled there. And this is good, really good captaincy from Raza, bringing him on at a time when just a slightly lowering of the tempo. Come down the pitch, but Ryan Bennett saw him. He's wanted a little bit flatter and quicker, just to not allow him to get underneath it.
Yeah, I think he's learned from the T20 that you alluded to now. just pulling his length back a little bit. That over you're alluding to was much fuller, easy to hit him down the ground. That length will make it hard for batsmen to hit him back over his head. So good to see the progression, good to see the learning that's gone on.
Oh. 85 for 5. Is the biggest over in this Pakistan innings, but I think key here is the 5 wickets that have fallen throughout this innings. 3 in the power play. Best power play. Most wickets to fall in a power play in this T20 international.
One! Kwangu Musa, Kwangu! Thank you.
Salman's given himself, looking to hit that over the onside. He's just bowled a little bit wider.
Very impressed with Tashinga Musakiwa. His reaction in that mid-wicket area. Exactly what you're looking for from your boundary riders, your boundary protectors. Quick reaction. Quickly showed Pakistan batsman not going to allow 2 runs to his pasture.
Zimbabwe fortunate to have Tashinga Musakiwa, Wesley Madevere, and Wellington Masakadza. And that's gone. There's an appeal from Ryan Burl. Carrying on past the leg stump.
Back of the head. Toppy, googly, pitch outside leg stump. So it would be missing leg side.
Just talking about Tashinga Musakiwa. This is the other one we're talking about, Wesley Madevere, but this is too much work for him to keep this down to just 1 run. Wellington Masakadze just beside him. 3 of them in the outfield make it very difficult to get extra runs. Those 2s, they keep cutting them down.
Yeah, the key with the previous one was Mina's soft hands managed to get the ball to stop around that 30-meter circle, and that's a tough area for boundary rider to get to. The last one, it's just been a single that's gone way past the 30-meter circle. It just shows you just the management of the depth or distance you can punch a ball off the back foot. It does have a big say in opportunity for that second run.
Use the feet this time. It's Wesley Madevere on the point boundary, and he's done good work here. Really quick across the deck, and that throw off balance as well.
Yeah, on cue. Here's Madevere. In terms of fielding, is the full package. Good hands, covers ground quickly. And, he's got a flat throw as well, accurate.
$90 for 5. Good few overs for the Zimbabweans. That projected score, the current run rates dropped to 129. Moses going to bowl his final over. Just trying something, always trying something. Didn't quite get it right this time.
Muse. Who's backing me? Someone.
This time it's Msekiwa, who is on the other side of the ground to Madere, and Masakadza, who does the field and keeps it down to just one run. There's been some good pressure in this last 3 or 4 overs, Mornay.
It's been brilliant. It's really 11 boundaries for Pakistan so far, and in between they're not finding it easy to get the twos in between the singles as well. And there's a misunderstanding here. It's got to be a run out. Good work by Muramani. Can't wait to see this again. Bennett got there quickly, and then the throw let him down a little bit. Raza just making sure, I think all in jest. But it's the work of Muramani that will be appreciated by his teammates. Not your regulation run out by any stretch of the imagination. And we were just saying, fielders in Zimbabwe were putting pressure on the Pakistan batters when it came to the outfielders, not allowing ones to be turned into twos. And this time it's the inner ring fielder, Bennett, who reacts quickly. Minas pushes the ball to the offside, sets off, misunderstanding, and have a look at a bit of footwork, picks it up cleanly, turns around. Probably had more time than he thought, but nonetheless did the job. Good bit of keeping.
Really good work from Tadiwa Dashe Marumani. And it actually looks like it's the captain who's at the non-striker's end. Minas appears to have taken his gotten into his ground. And it's Pakistan lose their 6th wicket. And it's Salman Agha who's been run out for 32 of 32, 92 for 6.
Next one. One? Yeah, one.
Abbas Afridi, young in his T20 international career. This is good from Sikandar Raza. It's brought that fielder into that mid-wicket to remove those easy singles.
Look, Minas sets off. The captain does set someone out, does go, and then changes his mind too late. And then both Pakistan batsmen sprinting for the same crease. Oh, such a good delivery by Sikandar Raza. He beat Abbas all ends up. He knows how close that was. Finding the off stump. A fine outside edge off the straight. Why not have a slip there, skipper? You had one for the other bowlers.
Really led from the front today. Sikandar Raza, 24 off his bowling with just one delivery left in his allotment, and that's probably going to be called wide. Off the pad. It's off the pad. 15 gone, 96 for 6.
5 overs remain. 96 for 6 Pakistan after electing to bat first. The man who's endeavoured to hold the innings together. And the captain Salman is gone by way of run out in the previous over. 32 at a run a ball. It's nicely controlled. Played from outside the line of off stump.
Yeah, Zimbabwean picked up Pakistani captain at the right time. He was the set batsman. All eyes were on him to get Pakistan to a decent total. Seems like hard work for these lower order batsmen, especially that type of turn.
Yeah, we saw turn from Raza. But the wrist spinner is getting huge amounts of turn. You look at 98 for 6, halfway through the 16th over. You look at 7 and over from here, it's only 130. 9 and over, 139. So you would think Zimbabwe will bowl Pakistan out for a total a lot lower than 150 if all goes well. But with what we've seen on the surface, even 130, 140 might not be an easy chase, Amir, especially with the Pakistan attack.
Plenty of spinners in the lineup. That is the advantage Pakistan have. The batter out there in the middle. Minhas is a left-arm spinner. He'll be working hard to gather some runs to be able to bowl confidently.
It'll be a single to end that 16th over. It's a very good one. Just 3 runs from it, 99 for 6. Garava, who's coming back into the attack, been rather expensive, and that's why he hasn't been used very much. Just the 1 over for 13. Maposa expensive as well in that 1 over, but he got a wicket on debut.
This might work for Pakistan. A bit of pace at this moment where Pakistan are looking for some runs. It seems like this pitch hasn't suited to Pakistani batters. They had a struggle during that first ODI played here. There was 60 for 6 before rain came down. And today again, in a strife.
Yeah, this pitch certainly hasn't quite played with the pace that we would have expected when we looked at it at face value earlier today. Ball definitely not coming onto the bat. We've seen the turn that's out there in the middle already. So that Zimbabwe is going to have to contend with in the second half of this match.
Is it going down? That's what the umpire felt. Yeah, talking about the pitch, looks can be deceiving. I certainly belied their behavior.
It's gone for the Yorker option. Good decision from I Know Chubby. Going way down the leg side.
Yeah, I know, Chubby. Saying, I know the ball is going down the leg side.
Oh, that is a very good hit. Picked up the line and the length early. Picked the perfect spot in the outfield as well.
100 on the board every time in this over, and Grava pitched the ball up. Batsman was kept quiet, but that length was a gift. Was too short, allowed a lot of time for the batter to decide where the gap is and where he's going to hit the ball.
It's well done by Marumani. He saved 4. I just wonder when I look at Ngarava, I look at Muzarabani, of course, who are the 2 spearheads in the Zimbabwe attack, and the left-hand, right-hand combination works really good at the top of the innings, but they played almost every game in this series. And they've got 3 or 4 days in between the start of the Afghanistan series, which is 3 ODIs, 3 T20s, 2 test matches. I really just wonder if there is a plan in terms of rotation, in terms of resting these 2 fast bowlers.
Who are the replacements?
That is the other point I was going to come to. The concern that the selectors will have, Charles Langeveld, the coach, because there are not too many bowlers in the ranks at the moment who have played a lot of cricket. We've seen him up also, who's on T20 international debut today. You've seen Gwandu, who's struggled to impress in this ODI and T20I series so far. So there's lots there for the coaches and technical support staff of Zimbabwe to think about with regards to that seam attack. 17 overs gone, 3 remain, 106 for 6. And this is what we were talking about. Most wickets by Pacers and T20 internationals since 2023. That's for test playing nations. There's Ngarava right there. He's played 30 matches, 42 wickets. Mark Adair, who's above him, has played 30 matches as well. Arshdeep Singh is the one who's played the most out of that list of bowlers, 39. So that's how much work he's put in and how many matches he's played. It'll be of crucial importance just to look after the bodies of these 2. Crunched away. Slow ball first up 4.
That was quality. Quality stroke from Abbas Afridi. He must have made the top order batters proud of that stroke. Cleared the front leg to be able to place the ball into the gap. Brilliant. Yeah, but talking about Ngarava, you know, he's been playing regularly for Zimbabwe, but he doesn't look exhausted. As long as he feels he can contribute, he should carry on.
Yeah, one who today looked like he had a lot more energy about himself and was exerting himself a bit more. Muzarabani, I've been impressed with him today. 2 for 11 in his 2.2 overs so far. But he had a fire about him when he came on straight away. Penetrated and really got those early crucial wickets for Zimbabwe. That's come off the pad. Good decision from Langton Rosseri.
Very, very often. That's why he looked like picking up wickets.
Zimbabwe have struggled to pin. This was Mzarabani today. First wicket to fall. Catch taken by his counterpart at third man, and then a bit of a fump.
Throughout his first spell, he was able to ramp up the pressure on the batters, and that's why he was able to pick up 2 wickets. That was agricultural. Now, runs are important for Pakistan at the moment.
I wonder if they could have snuck another one there. I think the running between the wickets was a bit lax on that occasion. And as you say, 112 for 6, 13 legal deliveries remaining in the innings. You want to be running as hard as possible in between the stumps. Third comes into a short third position. Sweeper on the offside. Long off back as well on the offside. Very well bowled. Pace off that from Zarabani. 18 gone. 1-1-2 for 6. Yeah, the Pakistan innings towards the end of the power play showed a few signs of wanting to flourish, but Zimbabwe have continued to strike regularly, and that's what has pulled Pakistan back. Just the one big over of 14 and one other of 12, the only 2 above 10 in the innings. And look at the number of overs that are 7 runs and below. That has been the Achilles heel for Pakistan.
And that's where the bowlers were able to pick up wickets, and that stymied the progression of this innings. And I think the time has arrived for the Pakistanis to go after the bowlers, look to find boundaries. Singles won't hurt.
I'll take you back to the first T20 International, where penultimate and final overs from Zarabani and Garawa went for 18 and 16, if I'm correct. And that really just propelled Pakistan at the back end of the innings. So these 2 overs still very important. Still 2 batters at the crease who can make a mess of those figures.
Nice. Very good hit. Used the angle quite nicely. Went for the right option. Over the head of extra cover fielder.
That's what I'm talking about. It's just a length delivery. Nothing ball really, but look at the execution over extra. So this innings by no means over. Still 10 very important balls to be bowled. Zimbabwe want that final score south of 130.
Anything east to west?
No, nothing east to west.
Yeah, it has been a good partnership for Pakistan. 26 from just 25 deliveries. Given the situation, you have to admire the effort of these two.
Good Yorker.
Yeah, Grau is very experienced. He's a well sought after bowler when you talk about T20 leagues around the world. I saw him featuring in quite a few. Has built himself a reputation as well.
Pace off the ball, fielder back, and he takes a very good catch. Does Wesley Madevere. Very cool and calm. Got himself under the ball. Well taken.
Yeah, after he got hit over extra cover for a boundary, gave him a jolt. Started to think about his bowling, especially in this over. Bowled a Yorker, followed it with a slow one, and he got the just reward. Removed Abbas Afridi, who scored 15. It's 119 for 7.
Yeah, looking for the block hole. First ball up, 19 gone. It's 119 for 7. .32 at a run a ball, the top scorer in the innings. Salman Aliaga, the captain. .21 from Tahir, 20 from Qasim. 119 for 7, final over of the innings.
Yeah, going with your comment, Pakistan needs 12 runs of the over. It'll be 131. That'll be south of 130.
And they'll certainly be south of 130 if he continues to bowl as well as he is. And the problem here for Abbas Afridi was he picked the bigger side. 68 meters down there. Had he gone the other direction, that would have been 6.
That's in the air, into the gap. and raced away towards the boundary line for a boundary.
Now there's width on this one. I'm thinking to myself, is pace off not a good option from Muzarabani? Again, because the left-hander will be targeting the big boundary to the leg side. And he's such a good exponent of that slow ball.
That's what you were talking about. Yeah, especially with the fact if you have a short third man and backward point in the circle, you need to bowl wicket to wicket. If you give a bit of room to the left-hander, you'll be punished. And when you're bowling the last over where the batters are looking for boundaries, you have to be very precise with your line of length and your thinking.
Now that's the wrong line. It's the slow ball, but it's gone all the way.
That's his ability, Jahandad's. He can really tonk the ball. Even though it was a slow delivery, he managed to put force on the ball to take it all the way over the boundary line for a 6. That's a good start for the left-handed batsman, Jahandad.
.130 on the equator. That's better. Run out opportunity. They won't get it. I thought that he would have employed that slow ball a lot more in this final over, Muzarabani.
Last delivery of the innings.
Good. It's worked well. A run to close off the final innings. It's a very good final over. 13 from it. Muzarabani ends up 2 for 25 in his 4. A magnificent contribution with ball in hand from him. Wickets as well for Maposa on debut. Burl and Masakadza. Sikandar will be quite happy with his returns. He did say at the toss that he would have wanted to bowl first himself. 132. Zimbabwe will still have to bat very well though to get this total.
Yeah, to chase down this total, they need a good start. Not like Pakistan, where both the openers were removed early in the piece. And became hard work for the middle order batters. They did try their hardest. Salman was the highest scorer. Small contributions from Tahir, Qasim and Minhas took the total to 132.
Yeah, partnerships in the middle part of the innings. Salman and Tahir, 33 and 23. And then the captain again with Qasim, 30 and 25. Bowling impressive from a Zimbabwean point of view. The outstanding one, Muzarabani. 4 overs, 2 for 25. Wickets as well for Masakadza Ngarawa, Maposa and Burl. Right, let's go downstairs. Ed Rainsford's there. Let's find out who he's with.
Ryan Burl, nicely bowled out there. 1 for 15 in 3 overs. Tell us about this surface and how you went about your work.
Yeah, I think if we had started and someone said that they were only going to score 130, would have taken that any day. Very slow surface, obviously been used a fair bit. So yeah, pretty early on we just went pace off and that seemed to work well.
Yeah, you've taken a lot of pace off there. You've had a little struggles against the spin, but you've had enough time out there to sort of come up with a plan to chase these runs down.
Yeah, I think the last 3-4 days we kind of knew that this is what we were getting. Obviously we didn't execute the last game with the bat, but we've been preparing hard and then hopefully today can pull it off.
Yeah, 130 to chase down. Play a huge part today, Burley.
Yeah, it's low targets are always quite tricky, but obviously 2-0 in the series, we want to finish on a high.
Yeah, finish off on a high. All the best.
Thank you very much.
Right.
All from Ryan Burl. Zimbabwe will be hoping for contributions with the bat from him as well. So Zimbabwe, to close off the series and have a face saver, will need 133 to win from their 20 overs. Don't go away. We'll be back with you in about 10 minutes' time with the run chase.
Isaac, can you talk again? No.
Welcome back to Queen's Sports Club in Bulawayo for the third T20 international between Zimbabwe and Pakistan. Pakistan won the toss and elected to bat. And then there was some quick early wickets for Blessing Muzarabani. And top scores for Captain Salman Aga. And one wicket apiece for Ngarawa, Pearl and Maposa.
Yeah, when you're looking to uppercut the ball, you need pace. And this pitch was not offering a lot. And that's why he was out. And tried to pierce the gap on the offside. Was holed out. Both the openers went. And then a lucky wicket.
First one here for Maposa. Straightforward catch for Marumani, but he was pumped. And then Ryan Burl, a good catch from Dion Myers. And then this was a run out. Brian Bennett didn't get the throw right. And Tadiwanashe Marumani did good work to affect the run out. And a good catch on the boundary. Wesley Madevere. And so there were good contributions from all the Zimbabwean bowlers today. Zarabani, for me, up front, really broke the batting of the Pakistani bowling.
And it was nicely followed up by the spinners. Mazharabani's effort never allowed the Pakistanis to unleash. So the target, 133 from 120 deliveries.
You saw earlier that Pakistan, the openers, let them down in the run chase. You think that we've seen that Zimbabwe have been very successful in the two previous T20s. Good starts with Marumani at the top of the order and Bennett. Then the problem happens after the power play.
Yeah, but good start is needed. That's a prerequisite on a pitch like this, especially with the fact that the Pakistani lineup has so many spinners available. So if both these openers, they're able to do the seminal work, it will bring pressure on the Pakistani spinners. And you know, pressure can make you do silly things.
We did also hear Dion Ibrahim, who's the Zimbabwe assistant coach, batting this morning, earlier on today anyway, say that he thought his batters could be a little bit more positive against the Pakistani spinners. Mohamed Hasnain, for the first time in this T20 International, one of the new 4 players given a game today. And Brian Bennett is on strike. He's looked good. At moments, really good at moments throughout this T20 series.
And Marumani wouldn't mind a bit of pace up front. He's an aggressor. He likes to establish his authority from the word go. And Mohammad Hasnain, after warming the bench for the last 5 games, got an opportunity. He is a wicket-taking option.
Well, a false start for him. It was good to see his temperatures have come down around Queen's Sports Club. We expected them to be around 35. It's a little bit of cloud cover. They've brought those temperatures down, and I think as a seam bowler, these are almost optimal bowling conditions.
If these two openers get going, they can raise the temperature, let me tell you that.
And that's pulled away immediately. And he's hit it with power, and he's found a gap. Brian Bennett has gotten the Zimbabwe run chase underway.
You don't start like this as a fast bowler. Your aim has to be on or about off stump. Erred in line and the batter was ready for it. Off the mark in style, Bennett.
Much better length and a little bit of swing for Hasnain. Really does prefer it on the back foot. Footwork here, not very convincing from Brian Bennett.
Yeah, he's sort of a player who likes batting off the back foot, even against the spinners. Effective too at times.
Might just be a little bit high. Maybe going down the leg side. Didn't just get enough shape away towards the slips to target those stumps.
Beaten by the pace on that occasion, Bennett. That'll be encouraging for the fast bowler Hasnain. A bit of carry for him.
That's again full, but probably not doing enough to get that ball to swing into the line of the stumps.
Yeah, after getting hit for a boundary, he gathered himself. Pitching the ball in the right areas, beating the batsman with pace. Mind you, he's playing a T20 game for Pakistan after a gap of 2 years. That's a long wait.
As a result, sometimes you can be a little too pumped up. Really just get the first one out, get the nerves away. And that is hit on the up by Brian Bennett. Some talk about slowness in the wicket and how hard that is actually to do here. It speaks of very good form. Down the leg side, and it's immediately signaled wide. I think it's the second delivery of this over, shaped quite nicely away from the right-handed batters. I think that's encouraged Hasnain to go a little bit straighter. And since that second delivery, there's just been no shape for him.
Can be a good delivery to a left-hander, which he bowled, but not to a right-hander. He got away with it.
It's a dot ball to finish. 5 for none. This is what happened in the Pakistan innings. Good starts for Muzarabani and Wellington Masakadza at the top of the innings. And Pakistan never really got going, never got to the pass score around 160 that they would have expected here. It's Jahandad, his fourth match. Always an interesting contest between him and Marumani. He's an intelligent bowler, mixes up his paces nicely, and Marumani is going to get after him. That's gone over the top. Didn't find the middle of the bat. But obvious.
It wasn't a vertical bat swing, it was horizontal. Quite interesting, especially when a batsman is looking to drive the ball through covers. Unique way.
And this time he's had a hard swing. I think it's going to carry down to third. Man has been put down. Hasnain really should have taken that one.
Yeah, he's lead quite a few runs bowling at Marumani, and there was a chance to avenge that. But Hasnain has let everybody down out there in the middle for Pakistan.
What he has done here, John Dad, is get a little bit of swing away from Marumani. First one, a little bit on the wide side. That's the line you want to be bowling at Marumani. A little bit closer to the stumps, but it's Bennett who's now on strike. Starts him off for the Yorker. I think it's that idea. Footwork sometimes a little hesitant, playing forward to the quicks. It's obviously something that the Pakistanis have discussed on bring Brian Bennett forward.
Yeah, why not? If you're getting a bit of shape in the air, as a bowler, you should look to pitch the ball up. You will have the chances to prevail.
Again, he's gotten in there, and this is even better delivery. And a little bit of in-swing on it.
It's good fielding. Yes, it was a very good delivery from Jahan there. From mid-wicket, he chased the ball really hard. Yusuf saved a run for his side.
Yusuf, he didn't get started, didn't get into the runs today. It's so important you find a way to continue to contribute towards whatever the side is trying to achieve. Smashed! Absolutely smoked down the ground. We've been talking that Jandar needs to go a bit fuller, and Marumani was waiting for this one.
Yeah, he changed the line. Looked to ball closer to the stump, and Marumani was ready for it. Gave a real thump. And the ball disappeared in a flash. This was a tremendous hit.
Bound to be an exciting little contest here between Marumani and Jandar. Who is going to win it? And Marumani looks like he is on top here. This time it's short and wide. And back-to-back boundaries close out over number 2. One boundary for Bennett and 2 for Marumani back-to-back. The last 2 delivery of the previous over. And it's Hasnain is going to continue. That is smashed. That is hit on the up. He's opened the face to get it behind point for his second boundary.
A bit of pace is working for Zimbabwean openers. Every time bowler has erred with liner length, we're ready to pounce on those opportunities. And talk about this. He's a powerful hitter, isn't he? Gives everything behind the stroke. Marumani.
Again, it's down the leg side. Radar not being 100% correct for Hasnain.
Yeah, there is no Abra to make use of the new ball. And these two fast bowlers, they haven't been able to make any impression on these two batters. Scoring freely. Another one into the gap.
Another couple of runs here, and again, he's pushed it away on the up. Nothing in this wicket really for the Pakistani quicks.
That's worked away with the angle. Fifth boundary of the innings.
Zimbabwean crowd here have been brought to their feet. Bennett and Marumani in partnership have been getting after the Pakistani quicks, and this is not a good delivery, but you've still got to put it away. And Brian Bennett's done just that.
Good start this for Zimbabweans.
And then this one's off the back foot, and he's gotten all of it. The fielder's been changed, been put at a squarish third man, but he's hit it with enough power to find the boundary. Third boundary in this over.
Hasnain is definitely struggling. He's spraying the ball around. Outside the leg stump, outside the off stump. And he's been punished.
"15 runs already off this over. And there's a pull shot. And it's a long way in front of square. 19 from this Hasnain over. And there's still a delivery to be bowled in it.
Yeah, in span of 9 deliveries, 7 boundaries been hit by these two Zimbabwean openers. That's great going. Very little margin for the bowlers on this surface, especially for the fast bowlers. If you're not there or thereabouts, you feel the brunt.
First slower delivery. First dot ball in this over. 36 for none.
Yeah, after seeing a faster bowler going for plenty, change was imminent, and the captain has decided to introduce himself into the attack. Salman Ali Agha.
got his top score in this T20 International Series. This is generally the time where Zimbabwe has had their problems throughout the series, at the introduction of spin. And Maru has met him with the switch hit. First ball he's faced against a boundary.
That's his go-to stroke, whether it's an off spinner or a leg spinner. He likes reverse sweeping the ball and with effects. Well, it's raining boundaries at the moment.
This time he's got it inside the line, and Salman Aga has gotten the wicket of Marumani, looking to work this away through the onside, and he's gotten it too far in the air, and Zimbabwe lose their first wicket to spin.
That was the idea for this bowling change, to break this partnership, which started to threaten Pakistan. Just dragged the length ever so short on that occasion, Salman Ali Agha, and he got the reward. He's okay there. Followed him, bowled it slower, and a good catch. Farhan was the fielder. 15 in no time from Marumani. It's 40 for 1 Zimbabwe.
really good strokes, and then he's got himself out. I think Dion Myers is desperate to get a score in.
Difficult times here for Bennett.
Yeah, it's the big boundary, and Bennett should be aware of that. Should be looking to roll the wrists and get 4 instead of 6. But it's a very good, valuable contribution nonetheless. 43 and 35. Zimbabwe lose their second, 73 for 2.
Zimbabwe have lost their set batter, and their captain has made his way out into the middle. Short of runs as well in this T20 series, but a great opportunity now. But they have to rebuild that foundation of Bennett. They've got to capitalize on it. Question asked, I think outside the line of leg stump.
Yeah, that one clearly pitching outside the line of leg stump. Sikandaraza just looking to get the dab on that one so it can go fine.
He's off and running. Work to do for the field there at sweeper. And some good running between the two batters. They pick up 2. There's a wicket in the over. After 10, it's 75 for 2.
.43 in 35 from Brian Bennett. This is a real highlight of that Zimbabwe innings so far. And losing the wicket of the set batter, given the way that the Zimbabweans have played, particularly through this period, might just be a bit of a worry as Abbas Afridi from the airport end, and he's met with a wicket. Dion Myers has just looked as if he's not, basically can't get his mind into this game. And the first ball from Abbas, he picks out Aravat Minas on the cow corner boundary.
He's, as you like, first delivery, get in the business area, and a couple of boundary riders on the leg side is what Dion Myers found. It's the end. He's got to go. 75 for 3 Zimbabwe.
It's Wesley Madevere for the first time in this Zimbabwe-Pakistan T20I series. Hopefully brought in to bolster that middle order. Madande suffered a really horrific injury in that second T20I. He's come in to replace him, and he's here because of this. And it's pace off from Abbas Afridi. And Dion Myers picks out our corner fielder.
And what it has done is a scenario that Pakistan would have wanted. It's created a scenario where there's two new batters together. And we had a look at, I was listening to Tina and Ed, they're just chatting about the comparisons and the situations where it's happened before, where the middle order has collapsed. And that started at Bennett's wicket. Just needed placement there. Not enough elevation. There was a mid-wicket on the boundary, left or right of him. Would have been a boundary, because the length was there. I'm just saying that the trend from those earlier comparisons, two new batters together.
So just clipped off pads by Raza. Yeah, there's been a couple of wickets have fallen. 40 for 1 was the first wicket from Marumani. So it was 73 for 1. Now there's 75 for 3. Got to be thinking in the back of your mind, I think as a Zimbabwean batter looking to come in, got to be worried about those batting collapses that you've seen throughout this T20I.
Finds a fielder, square of the wicket. Well, it's an opportunity to correct a couple of wrongs, show that they've progressed. There's been learning that's taken place. There's the graphics I was referring to earlier. Good starts. None for 37, 2 for 77. Most of them. And then the catalyst there has been that the in-batter has been out. Two new batters get together, and then you get these sort of collapses. Dion Myers' last wicket means that Madevere joined Raza. And he's only faced 3 balls as well. So only a runner ball required, but it's a little bit of a mini rebuild that Zimbabwe needs here. After 11, it's 77 for 3.
This match as it stands, 132 for 7 Pakistan. Zimbabwe at 77 for 3. Need 56 to win. 6.2 shouldn't be difficult. Well, that's a big appeal.
Oh, Mukim is weaving his magic again. Bit of turn, a bit of bounce, beats outside edge of Raza. Didn't hear anything, another good decision.
Again, it's that googly. Zimbabweans in general just not picking it. Always playing for the ball to be turning in. This one again is pitched on a line of leg stump and just nips away a little bit. Finds the leading edge.
Must be a little bit easier to pick it from the back. That was clearly the normal leggy. It's supposed to turn in. So the screen provides some clarity. Yeah, it's well played by Raza. Picked the length early, gave himself room. Also the thing with Makim's got a fast arm action. And there must be something in his action that just makes him a little bit harder to pick. Because you're right, Darlington, it's just as if even the batters that have played against him, and nobody's really batted against him a long time, but nobody seems to be finding a rhythm or a quick reaction to to his variations. Seemed very surprised with the reaction he's getting off the surface, the ball turning away.
Looks like that's off the top edge of Madevere's bat. He's gone for the sweep. This is his first time playing Mukim.
I suppose that's the name of the game with this format. You don't have a lot of time to face bowlers, so you've got a couple of balls before you've got to make a play. That sweep shot sort of determined by the field. There's no 45. You can also see that it's a scrambled seam, so it's not a nice hanging frozen seam that gives you an indication of which way it's turning. He gets down, opens the face of the bat. It's actually quite a good reaction there for Madaveri. He realised he couldn't play the ball to the leg side, and he knows it. There's a rangy smile from the young man. A lot of skill. We'll have a look at that when we get back. It's after 12, Zimbabwe, 84 for 3.
Zimbabwe just slightly ahead here. Roughly the same scores, but 2 wickets to the advantage. And this is the advantage of that last delivery. He's gone to try and paddle it behind square on the offside, and then intelligently just lapped it, lifted it over that slip. Knows there's a slip in there. And he gets his first boundary. Brings a smile to his face. Sabas saw in bowling very good line at Raza in the second T20I. Really bowled into the line of the stumps.
Another thing that working Zimbabwe's advantage with Raza and Madaveri at the crease, both very quick. So let's have a look if they put these boundary riders from Pakistan under pressure. Because the score that they need here, turn a couple of ones into twos will provide the momentum. It's not necessarily a boundary game at this stage. It's just a rebuild, ran hard, put pressure on the outfielders. That could keep the partnership ticking along. Change of field. It's a mid-wicket on the boundary. It's brought into the ring, mid, off in the circle as well. Trying to apply a bit of pressure here.
And they've gotten through Wesley Madevere's defences. Beautiful delivery. Nipped back sharply. And got between the gap between bat and pad. And Madevere is bowled. An absolute silence here at the Queen's Sports Club.
Yeah, doing exactly what he was brought on for, Abbas, to break a partnership, to take wickets. And Madevere, clean bowled, off stump, out of the ground. He's got to go back for 7. Zimbabwe 85 for 4.
So it is Ryan Burl in his 85th match, who is given the responsibility of getting Zimbabwe over across the line here. Very experienced cricketer. And he is here. This is a perfect delivery to a new batter. Just 7 balls into his innings here, Wesley Madevere, and has hit the top of off stump. Coming around the wicket to Ryan Burl. 48 from 45 needed. This time, Burl is off the mark. Bas has just walked into this game as he did in the second T20I and just had immediate impact.
Get the wicket again, whatever. I think I'm disappointed with us. Looking at that shot, just I'm not getting an idea of where he was trying to hit that. It almost just looks like a lazy defensive jab, and the problem there was the bat coming down across the line. Get the wrong slightly wrong. There's a gap between that bat and pad. And footwork let him down as well.
And that is a slow delivery. Gets Raza to drag it onto the leg side. These are Zimbabwe's partnerships today. Big one at the top of the order between Maromani and Bennett, and then Bennett and Myers 33 runs. And then it was the 2 and 10. It was the introduction of Mukim and Abbas in that period. That's where those wickets have fallen, one apiece from Mukim and Abbas. $13 gone. It's 87 for 4. Two wickets for Abbas Afridi, and one for Mukim, and one for the captain Salman. And he's brought himself back into the attack. Wanting to make sure. A bit of turn for him.
Starts to have a look at the second last delivery. Have a look here. Is there a bit of reverse swing there? He's trying Abbas. No real reverse swing as of yet, but it could be another challenge that faces the Zimbabwean batters late on in this innings. We don't see a lot of reverse swing nowadays, but it's a dry surface, abrasive surface. It's turned. Something to watch for the next 40-45 minutes.
You did the pitch report this morning. You pointed out an area where there was a little bit of cracking. You did speak about the fact that someone's going to hold up in that little patch. That is worked away, squirted away on the offside, behind square. Ryan Bull gets his first boundary.
Much needed for Zimbabwe, Ryan Bull. So there was a little bit of width on offer. Now look at the hand speed, slashes across it, puts a little bit of side spin on the ball as well. And it races away Mohamed Hasnain. That's good cricket by Bull. Got the boundary, bounces strike off to his partner. That's a nice way to keep momentum going in a partnership. Only the 40 required of 38, so cool, calm heads. That's what we can see so far from Raza and Bull. They should know how to go about this.
It was in the air for a little bit, a long way from Salman Aliaga. There's an opportunity for Pakistan, and I think they've picked it up. Ryan Burl wanted to run on the misfield. Rule number one. First rule we're taught as young cricketers. And his reaction suggests he knows he was short. Skandar Raza wisely not interested.
Oh, Zimbabwe have had a couple of unnecessary run-outs in the one-day series and in the T20 series. And this is no different. Another run-out at a crucial time. It was good fielding. And there's confirmation that he's disappointed. Misunderstanding between Raza and Bull. And he's got to go back. Zimbabwe 94 for 5.
Tashinga Msekiwa is going to be out the non-strikers end. He's having a chat with his captain in his 8th match, best of just 14. And what he gets picked for is that strike rate. Consistently can clear the boundary. I don't know if that's what Zimbabwe actually require from him right now.
Well, that's going to be the question. Have leadership group lined him up in his first game, play the situation, or are you telling him play your game, play your natural game that brought you into the team? Another half, misfield, a little bit of hesitation. This time there's enough time to scamper through for the single.
This is the wicket of Ryan Burl. He's smashed it, and there's the misfield by Tahir on the recovery, and Ryan Burl was just nowhere in the picture there. Into the pads. Must be a nervy moment for Tashinga Msekiwa. This is good team cricket from Pakistan right now. It's been fantastically tight bowling, and the fielding has been supporting.
Yeah, Nas has been good halfway through his 4th over. Only gone for the 16 runs, so putting some pressure. Ball in hand, varied his flight very nicely. There we go, slow, and then the quicker one through the air. So really keeping Msekiwa guessing here.
And that's off the inside edge as Msekiwa gets off the mark. 15 gone, 96 for 5.
Yeah, what was looking like a very good start. If you look at that batting card, they've lost wickets at a flurry again here, Zimbabwe, and they need 37 runs. Pakistan looking to make it a whitewash. Beautifully bowled, so wherever you are, stay where you are, because you'd love to see Zimbabwe get the win, and you possibly also would want to see Pakistan win 3-0.
Yeah, when they were 73 for 1, it was Zimbabwe's game to lose. And they have done it with passion, haven't they? From a position of strength, they are struggling, finding it very difficult to read the left armour.
Good, Fajana.
Raza's still there, Musakiwa's still there, and here's the fall of wickets again. 73 for 1 has turned into 94 for 5. And pressure's building.
Although he hasn't picked up a wicket here, but he has made sure that he keeps the scoring rate in check. The required run rate reaching 9.
Happy to leave that one. One delivery to make it a maiden. This has been a really excellent over for the context of the game for Pakistan. Musakiwa. Outside edge. It's a maiden over after 16, 96 for 5. Most wickets by a spinner in a 3-match T20 international series. Rashid Khan, our Ashwin. Mukin now in there alongside Ahmed Wasim and Rashid Khan again. So he's amongst some of the best that have done it at this level. Third comes up into the circle. Fine leg is up in the circle. Cover will go right onto the edge. Protection is deep backward. Square leg, a cow corner, long on. Is that a no ball? No, umpire says it's okay, but it'll be a wide.
He's been a spectator, captain of Zimbabwean team, Sikandar Raza. Faced a delivery after 14 balls. And that's why he wasn't able to capitalize on that full toss down the leg side.
For now, singles are okay. If Pakistan hold their nerve for the next 9 deliveries, that really puts pressure on those last 2 overs. Yes, one big over can change it, but how will you find it? Where will you find that big over? Raza comes down the wicket, has a word. Musakiwa.
Yeah, Hassan was struggling. He could be lined up, but I don't think the captain is going to go to him.
Cut away. It'll just be the single. I also don't think this is the bowler to go after. He's just got a knack of picking up wickets. You can see the numbers there. 2 for 8. And his third over. He was good in Australia. He's good since he's been here.
Yeah, he doesn't get predictable. He keeps on changing the lines and the lengths. Varies the pace.
Over cover. That's a poor delivery and a much needed boundary.
And we spoke about he varies the pace. It was a slow delivery, but landed very short. It was a gift to the batter in this situation.
Yeah, the first boundary after 15 deliveries. It'll bring up the 100 as well. A very slow 50 there, the slowest of the match. Pressure has been put on the batting side, but that boundary maybe can get things going.
Yeah, Zimbabwe got themselves in a hole because of their own wrongdoing. Shot selection wasn't appropriate. Kept on hitting the ball towards the fielders. And the pressure ramped up. Both the batsmen, Batter and Myers, both were batting so beautifully. And that was needless. That was needless.
Salt into the wounds there. When you've lost wickets in the manner that we see, and then a run out. Two very experienced players at the crease in Burl and Raza. Ooh, they think about a second. Don't want another run out now.
Turning out to be a good over for Zimbabwe. They needed an over like this to get back that momentum which was lost by losing those 4 wickets in a quick succession.
As long as Raza's there, Zimbabwe are still in the game. He's done it time and time again. Smart picks up a single. 10 off that over. It's 106 for 5. And so it gets closer to the end of Pakistan's time here in for the home side.
Yeah, he has struggled, Jahandeed, who's been introduced into the attack, bowling with the newish ball. Here's an opportunity for him to redeem himself. Hit down the ground, looking for 2. This is good running. Good cricket.
Good placement as well. Really nice and straight there by Raza. But I really like Musekiwa there. The communication between him and the skipper. They go, head down, look at him at the top of the screen. He knows 2 is on. Young, athletic and quick.
Yeah, he was off the mark quickly, wasn't he? Ran the first one really hard.
Pace off again, and we've seen that particular delivery throughout the day, and so one was implemented a lot by the Zimbabweans to go in the surface and ask the batter to create the pace. I just haven't seen a batter maybe just give themselves just a fraction more time on the back foot and access the square boundaries, as Tahir did in the first T20, where he earned the right to access those scoring areas.
It was a different pitch. This one is slightly sluggish as compared to that one.
Yeah, I think maybe similarities are not huge. There's still something in it that gives the characteristic of you having to earn the right to get to this 130. Okay. A little bit of a message sent out to Cow Corner. Heaved. On the bounce, will they get 2? Nicely placed. Oh, a fumble. Maybe 3. Oh, get your skates on, Raz. Comedy of errors.
Yeah, the pressure ramped up on the batters. They needed to find a boundary, took his chances. And then this effort really helped their cause. That should have been 2. They ended up getting 3.
Run required of 14. Raza now better than a runner ball, 19 of 18. Final delivery of the over. Does he harbour strike here? Does he go for the boundary? Because fine leg is up and so is third.
A boundary will suffice if you talk about perspective of the game for Zimbabwe.
Slight change in the field, asking the fielders on the leg side just to take a couple of steps in off the rope. In the air. Oh no, he goes for the boundary. Omar Yusuf hangs on. The talisman has to go. Another twist in this run chase.
In the parlance of the game, this is huge. They needed a wicket of Raza. And the left-hander has certainly redeemed himself, who really struggled with the newish ball. Contribution 19 from the captain. 1-1-2 for 6 Zimbabwe.
Yeah, Zimbabwe, they just had a little bit of a partnership going, but it's now been broken. Sakanda Raza, gone. Wellington Masakadza, 58 matches, best of 34.
Well, the length was there. Definitely there to employ that stroke. But because of slowness of the pitch, he wasn't able to time that ball. But a lucky break for Pakistan. Takes the required run rate close to 11.
And if you notice where he took that catch, he had asked the fielders just to come in about 10 yards. Through the leg side, on the bounce, it'll just be a single. Well, with Raza gone, you have a youngster with a lot of talent and ability in Tashinga Musekiwa. Can hit a long ball. He's on 7 of 16. And then you have a little bit of experience from the other side, but not necessarily from a batting perspective. But there's a lot you can take out of this situation if you get Zimbabwe across the line.
He'll be recognized if he gets his side over the line. The youngster, Musekiwa, he has hung around for 16 deliveries.
Lifted, no pace to work with again, looking for 2, and they'll pick it up comfortably. And for Pakistan, that's okay. It isn't a boundary. They don't have to revert to a little bit of panic or changes in plan.
And that is the name of the game. Keep denying boundaries. And they'll take the required run rate even higher.
That'll be a wide. If you look at the comparison of where Pakistan were and where Zimbabwe are now, 117 for 6 were Pakistan, 116 for 6 are Zimbabwe. It's game on. It's within touching distance for the home side to give this crowd something to sing about, something to leave Bulawayo with a smile on your face, a good feeling, a spring in your step.
It's all about soaking the pressure and keep on coming with the right ideas. Tension all around. Anybody's game.
No pace to work with there. Goes for the shot that goes across the line. Backward point is right on the 30-yard circle. With the lack of pace, if you maneuver this ball, you get the single. You stay within touching distance of where Pakistan were. And then all of a sudden, one boundary gets you that little bit closer.
And then from that angle to access the offside in front of covers can be really difficult. Arduous task.
Fielder came in. The fielder came in. Wellington Masakaza says, thank you very, very much. He'll pick up 4, inch by inch.
Went fuller on that occasion, Afridi. And the line was good to play that stroke. Pounced on the opportunity. Scales have tipped once again.
13 off 8. They're ahead of where Pakistan were by 1 run. 2 deliveries to go in this over. That fielder that came into that position of mid-off has gone back onto the fence. Fine leg up, third up. Question asked. Goes across it again. Zimbabwe lose another. Pakistan strike again.
Oh, hasn't he obliged the captain in a big way? He's got a knack of picking up wickets at the right moment. He was hit for a boundary, and what a comeback from Abbas Afridi. Bowled in line of stump, and that was more than enough. 6 was the contribution from Masakadza. It's 120 for 7. Anybody's game.
Yet another twist. Pakistan staying alive. Tino Tenda Maposa, the debutant, ahead of Richard Ngarava. Final delivery of the 19th. Swing. He'll retain strike. Take responsibility of the final over. It's 121 for 7. Okay then, can the home side get a consolation win here, or can Pakistan make it 3-3? The debutant in front of his hometown crowd here in Bulawayo, born and bred. Can he get them on their feet?
2 lusty blows, 2 lusty blows.
Down the wicket. He gets an inside edge or some glove. It doesn't matter. It'll be picked up as 4. 8 required or 5.
It does matter for the left armer Jahandir. Pressure has climbed up on him. He is to defend 12. Of the last over, 4 already scored. Tension mounting. And that was the wicket in the previous over.
Yeah, I was just having a little chuckle. The sweatband was just above his eyes, and I think his partner said, you know what, you better fix that. We need you to sight all of these 5 deliveries. Okay, a good start to the over now. 8 required or 5. Oh, get a heart rate on him.
He's going to swing the bat. He's going to swing the bat.
Swinging! Oh yes! Tino Tenda Maposa on debut.
He's on fire, hasn't he? The local boy. He's turning it on for Zimbabwe. Finds untutored talent can work for you, and it's working for Zimbabwe.
Ooh, I see some smiles on the balcony. They were seated. Most of the crowd was seated. Then he goes, bang, get on your feet. We need 2 now or 4. Long conversation with the bowler.
Well, the way he played the first delivery, the captain of Pakistan team should have realized that he's going to swing and swing hard towards mid-wicket. That's the only way he knows. He should have asked the left armer to bowl over the stumps. That angle really worked for the batter.
They need it. That balcony needs it. They need it badly. This crowd need it. For Pakistan, they've had it all their way. They've been superb. But now we got clapping of the hands. It's a top ball. Oh, they'll steal a single. 1 required. A little bit of a misfield.
The game is tied. He's done the job. What a debut he had. Picked up a wicket in his first over. And now, couple of lusty blows. And Zimbabwe, after a long time, brink of a victory here.
Yeah, they're on their feet. It's just 1 here to Shinga. Musekiwa on strike. Most people in the circle. Oh, it's in the air. Oh, there's a twist. Oh, the game of cricket. Oh, my. They thought they could see the promised land.
Well, he was okay there. Cramped the batter on that occasion. Went for a glory hit. Had to pay the price. A good thing, Mapusa in strike for Zimbabweans. I beg your pardon. It's 132 for 8.
They thought for a moment it was done and dusted. Richard Ngarava at the crease.
Yeah, it's a good thing for Pakistan that Mapuso is not on strike. It's a new man in, and Ngarava.
Yeah, this is the wicket. It's gone for the glory shot. There was no one behind square in the 30-yard circle. Just get back in line and nudge it around the corner for one. But now it makes it exciting. Ngarava. Will they pick it up? Oh, it hits the stumps. They'll get across the line by hitting timber on the non-striker's end. A few smiles for the first time on that balcony. A few high fives. We're in the city of kings and queens. And I tell you what, Zimbabwe, maybe you found a prince in Maposa.
Well, definitely have. He came out with an intent. He was given the license to swing the bat. And hasn't he obliged everybody here, apart from the Pakistani team? What a game we had. It was closely contested. Plenty of tense moments in this game. And win has been elusive for Zimbabwe in this format for a while. And they get it.
They've been under so much pressure, the home side. The batting hasn't quite gone their way. That group of support staff and players have had to really wrestle for this one. They really had to scrape long and hard. But finally they get a win. They start the series, the ODIs, with a win. And quite a convincing one. Lose the two next ODIs, then win the first, then lose the next two T20 internationals, convincingly by Pakistan. And then in the very final one, a much-needed victory. They needed this desperately. Everybody else at home who's watching this from a Zimbabwean perspective, you've also needed this. For Pakistan, they'll say, yeah, we probably weren't as good as we were there. We probably needed 150. Our bowlers weren't as good as they have been throughout the series.
Yeah, it was the pacemen who let the Pakistani team down in this game. Spinners were fantastic once again. Lots were expected of Jahan there, but he crumbled under pressure. And nevertheless, a good win for Zimbabwe. Up the order, a good start was provided. But the middle order batting was a disappointment once again. But the late order responded quite well to the situation and won it. Won it for Zimbabwe.
Bowlers, as you mentioned, the seamers weren't as good as they could have been. Daddies picks up two, but I tell you what, the one seamer that was absolutely outstanding was Abbas. 3 for 24. Spinners again, miserly. They really did set it up for the seamers to come back and try and defend this, and it proved difficult. Right, the third T20 international. Really look at Pakistan win the toss, bat first. Zimbabwe were excellent. Their bowlers, their seamers, their spinners, their fielding was very good. Salman's 32 of 32 was a fighting 32, but it just wasn't enough today as Zimbabwe get to 133 for 8. Bennett's 43 was sparkling. Abbas was excellent for his 3 for 24. But Zimbabwe, with one delivery to go, win by 2 wickets. And the third win against Pakistan in T20 internationals. We look at the results of the series thus far. We'll start with the ODIs. Convincing the first one, Zimbabwe. Pakistan in the second and the third. Convincing. Win the series. And then they come into the T20 internationals. Very good in the first. Convincing in the second. And Zimbabwe finish off how they start the series by winning the third T20 international. We're going to have a short break upstairs here, catch our breath, and when you come back, it'll be the post-match presentation.
I can hear you. Are you good to go? Okay. I can hear you. Got that. No interview for Sufyan. Yeah. Sikandar Raza will come, and then the series winner will come. Salman, correct. Sure. Alan, I'm good to go.
Getting near stump. Yes. Isaac, can you talk again? No.
Yeah, a little bit of a tight finish at the back end of this third T20 international. Pakistan 132 for 7, Zimbabwe 133 for 8. Zimbabwe win by 2 wickets. Right, let's get downstairs to the post-match presentation.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Ed. First 2 matches of this series dominated by the visitors, Pakistan, but a spirited performance here at the Queen Sports Club this afternoon by Zimbabwe, well led by Brian Bennett, 43 in very quick time. And then it was the hometown hero, Tinotenda Maposa, with those winning runs right at the end, giving Zimbabwe a well-deserved victory in the final game of the series. Very good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the final post-match presentation of Pakistan's tour to Zimbabwe 2024. And before we get into the proceedings, I would like, on behalf of Zimbabwe Cricket, to thank all the valuable sponsors who have made this series possible. Utande, ZLG Purified Water, Isan International, Formay, Zimfarm, Plascon, Delta, Union Hardware, Pro Bottlers, Omtex, Crick Heroes, and Mukuru. Our presentation guests for this afternoon, Mr. Victor Mhlanga, he's the Acting General Manager of Tuskers Cricket. Mr. Blessing Gondo, he's the Cricket Committee Chairman, as well as the Zimbabwe Cricket Board Director. And Mr. Godwin Dube, who is the Bulawayo Metropolitan Cricket Association Chairman and Zimbabwe Cricket Board Director as well. Gentlemen, thank you very much for your time this afternoon. Right, we'll move on to the first award, and that is for the player of the match. It was not a difficult decision to make for the men upstairs. It goes to Brian Bennett's impetus at the top of the Zimbabwean innings, 43 and 35. It included 6 fours and 1 6. He'll receive his check and his memento from Mr. Victor Mhlanga. And Brian, very quickly have a chat with you. Outstanding performance from you today. How good do you feel?
Yeah, obviously it's nice to contribute to the team winning. So, listen, we've got Afghanistan next week, so it's nice to take the win into some momentum till next week. So, yeah.
Debuted in the ODIs at the start of the series, and you're more accustomed to T20 international cricket. How do you find being juggled a little bit lower down the order in one-dayers and having to open in T20 internationals?
You know what, I mean, we've got a saying in the team, it's always team first. So wherever the coaches, wherever the selectors want to put me, I'm happy to bat wherever. You talked the other day about you felt the Zimbabwean batters were not being got out as opposed to giving away their wickets. You certainly corrected that today in your innings. Yes, of course. I mean, we're a young team as well, so we're always learning on the game. So today is a good feeling, and to finish with a victory is very good. Back end of Pakistan now, you've got a few days before you start that white ball series with Afghanistan. You go into that with good form. You must be feeling quite confident. Yes, very confident. Not to get too far ahead of myself, but yeah, I've got a few days off, and then we'll be back at it. All right, well, good to see you in such good form. Take that into the next one. Cheers, thanks, Tina. Brian Bennett, ladies and gentlemen, the player of the match today. We'll move on to the Player of the Series award.
This goes to Sufyan Mukim for his 9 wickets in the series at an economy of 3.94 to the over. He'll receive his check as well as his award from Mr. Blessing Gondo. Very well done, Sufyan. I'd like at this juncture to call upon the captain of Zimbabwe to come forward and have a few words with me, Sikandar Raza. Sikandar, it must be quite good to feel the way you feel at the moment and finish off the series with a win.
Yeah, certainly. We wanted to win the series. Unfortunately, we couldn't, but the desire to beat Pakistan was always there. And to finish it off with a win. For me, what really stands out, the fact that we have stood with our youngsters. We've had a tough tour, but we have backed them, and for them to win us the game, it's certainly heartwarming, and I'm really grateful for this win.
That being said, and not wanting to bring back the memories, but back to that first T20 International, you could have won that. You could have come in today having an opportunity to win the series.
Yeah, certainly. Unfortunately, we didn't want to dwell too much, and we didn't want to talk about the first. An opportunity missed, and there's an opportunity missed. Unfortunately, if we had stayed in the first game, we couldn't have won this game either. So we wanted to get that game out of our system, and then we have another bad game, and we wanted to get that out of our system, because the moment you start thinking about those games, you know, though they just never get out of your system, and for you to win, you're going to have to come fresh. You're going to be clear in your thoughts. Your plans has to be clear. And today I thought the bowling unit did a really good job to restrict them at 133.
Lost wickets and batches in the first T20. Same thing happened in the second. It looked at one stage today when you lost 3 wickets for 12 runs that was going to be the order of the day again. What was the conversation that you had in the middle while you were batting, in particular with young Tashinga, because it was a very difficult period for you guys to navigate?
Yeah, certainly. Unfortunately, it can happen. This is the first time Tashinga has faced the Chinaman on a difficult surface as well. I mean, the lessons that he would learn from today will certainly hold him in a very high regard going forward, and especially Afghan is knocking on our doors in a few days' time anyway. So, you know, you got to have to learn from these experiences. We still back Tashinga. A few bad games here and there is not gonna define his career. He's still a quality cricketer, and I personally and all of us back him.
2.1 overs to go, 20 runs to win. What was going through your mind, Sikandar?
I just said that the way Tino is swinging, if he finds the middle of the ball, if I find the middle of the bat, he's definitely going to fly. So one edge and one middle of the bat, and that just took us across the line.
How important is this victory going into Afghanistan?
Yeah, certainly. You know, this is one of the best T20 sides going in the world. I was reading a stat as well that Pakistan has played the most T20 crickets in the stars of the T20. So they are very experienced boys in that particular format. So for us to beat them certainly is very important, and for our confidence in going forward, and especially for the development of our squad and for hopefully qualifiers and going to the World Cup. These important wins, these little lessons that we learn is going to help us a lot.
Well, you got lots coming up, Sikandar. All the best back in Harare against Afghanistan.
Thank you, Tino.
Captain of Zimbabwe, Sikandar Raza. Right, it gives me the opportunity now to call forward the winning captain in this T20 International Series. That is, of course, Salman Aliaga, the captain of Pakistan. You can collect the trophy a little bit later. Yes, Salman, it'll be waiting for you. Outstanding performance all the way through the series. How do you assess it as the captain?
I think it's been outstanding. The way youngsters came in and the way they put the show is outstanding, and I'm very proud of them.
Let's talk about you in that middle order. Probably didn't get the runs that you would have wanted. You certainly have been contributing with the ball. You must be happy about that side of your game.
Yeah, well, I would like to score more runs in any game, obviously. But yeah, I'm happy I'm contributing in the bowling side, and as a captain, obviously, I'm happy.
Long tour of duty for you guys, from Australia to Zimbabwe, now down to South Africa. How are you feeling about that tour, especially with the performance you've had in these 2 series?
Yeah, it's been very long, and we are going to South Africa. It will be sore bodies, but that's what we want. That's why we play cricket. We love this game, and we want to go. It doesn't matter if it's a sore bodies. We will definitely go there and try to win there as well.
A young side from Pakistan, and we've seen many wonderful performances. Mukim, the player of the series here, Saim Ayub coming right in the ODIs as well. So how confident are you with the future of those youngsters in Pakistan colours?
I think they both have a long future ahead, and they will serve for Pakistan very long. Saim, he's been playing 3 formats for us and doing really well. And Sufyan, he came in Australia, he did really well against them, and here he come up man of the series is outstanding, and they both have a long future, and I'm sure they will serve very long for Pakistan.
Well, congratulations on a fantastic T20 International Series victory. I'll ask you to collect the trophy from Mr. Godwin Dube just behind you there, who's the chairman.
Before that, I want to thank you, Zimbabwe crowd. They've been outstanding. outstanding. They come every single game and support the game, and we really enjoy them. Thank you very much for your contribution, and see you soon, inshallah.
All right, thank you very much, Salman. You can go and collect the trophy. You can call your team as well to come forward and celebrate what has been a fantastic T20 International Series victory here in Bulawayo. That's all from the post-match presentation.
Yeah, thank you, Tino. It sure has been. Pakistan put on the back foot early in the ODIs. They bounced back well there. They start the T20 series as well. Complete it. They're going through their own transitions as a squad, and they'll be very, very happy with how they've ended this particular series from an ODI perspective, from a T20 perspective, as they blood these young generational cricketers that hopefully, once they get to the next T20 World Cup, will be match winners for them. There'll be also a lot of learning here for the Pakistan side as they go down to South Africa, where they'll face a very formidable task there in very different conditions. But coming from Australia, coming to Zimbabwe, I think they would have gathered quite a bit in how they can be quite successful in those conditions. Right, let's just re-look at the match summary of this third T20 International. Pakistan won the toss, batted first. They limped their way to 132 for 7. Masarabani, pick of the bowlers, 2 for 25. Salman, the captain, 32 off 32. And then Zimbabwe were left the task of 133 runs. Bennett's 43 off 35 was sparkling. Abbas with 3 for 24 gave Zimbabwe some problems at the back end, but they just got over the line and winning by 2 wickets. And it started in the ODI series where Zimbabwe won the first one quite convincingly by 80 runs, courtesy of DLS. There was weather around, and then Pakistan bounced back perfectly in the second and in the third, winning the series 2-1. And then into the T20s, they won by 57 in the first one, and then in the second were absolutely sublime. And then the home side clawed back by winning the third T20 by 2 wickets. It's been absolutely outstanding, the cricket. We thank you for your company. And until next time, from Bulawayo, it is goodbye.